and you give lots and lots of jags these days to dogs and cats.
Yes.
In a very stress-free environment, don't you?
I'm very much into low stress, fear-free handling. It's one thing I really noticed coming back into the profession, and obviously particularly now because of pandemic, we're getting a lot of pandemic puppies and stuff like that as well, is that you really want to make it a better experience for the animal. And I mean, 20 odd years ago, you would be quite happily dragging the dog in on its lead and plonking it on the table and jagging it and stuff like that. So these days you're just like, no, you want the dog to be happy, and the cat as well. Maybe not so as easy with the cats, but certainly you do want the dogs to come in and be happy. And it's just such a nice environment for us. I mean, you muzzles, yes, I do advise using muzzles, but you'd rather the dog was actually happy to just sit there and eat some treats while it got his jag. So, and that's why I like the pet blood bank environment that we work in as well, because that's very much fear-free. We obviously, the dog can't turn around and say, sorry pal, I don't want to give you any of my blood today, but we can watch its body language and say, right, it's not happy. If it's not happy, we ain't doing it. So, and a lot of owners get a bit frustrated about that as well. Sometimes they're just like, can you not just pin them down and take the blood, because we want them to be a donator? And we would say to them, look, we would rather he donated the next time, because if we pin him down and force this dog to be a donor, then he's not going to come back and do it the next time. So that's why the whole ethos of that, I just think, is absolutely brilliant.
So correct me if I'm wrong here, Nikki, because you were involved in veterinary, then you moved away, and now you're back again. And you've just mentioned something there about fear-free and low-stress environments, which we're big advocates of ourselves. And we talk quite a lot about this on our shows. But where do you think the change came? And why are we now looking at fear-free and low-stress environments?
I think the general public, as well as the veterinary profession, have opened their eyes a lot more to how better it is for everybody, not just the patient, but for the staff as well. But thanks to the internet, I mean, everybody knows that they can go and Google something, and there's not necessarily closed doors. That it's not like the vet is God and we do exactly everything that the vet says. They can go away and research themselves, and they can find out that we don't have to pin them down to do things. And I just feel that the knowledge out there now is huge. I mean, as I say, coming back into the profession and doing, particularly thanks to lockdown last year, I ended up being off for 3 months, and I did my low stress handling and I did all my fear-free during those couple of months that I was off while I was on lockdown. And it's just like such an eye-opener. It's common sense, really, when you think about it, but it's a huge eye-opener. And the general public, there's so much of that information out there for the general public as well. So I think they appreciate it.
I think you make a very good point there. I think the internet has made a big difference